Mr. Harold Benson was a retired carpenter in his late 70s who lived in a quiet town in Ohio. His hands were rough, his back bent with age, but his heart was full of wisdom. For years, he had hidden a secret, a box of gold coins, rare antiques, and wartime collectibles passed down from his own father. These treasures, carefully locked away in the attic of his old farmhouse, were meant for one person, his only son, David. On a sunny morning, Harold made up his mind. That very day, he would reveal the treasure to David. His son had been struggling for years, laid off from 2 jobs, raising 3 kids with his wife Maria in a cramped rented apartment, and barely keeping food on the table. Harold had watched from afar, knowing the right time would come. And now it had. He called David that morning. "Son, I want you to come over this evening. I have something important to show you. It's time." David, though curious, was hesitant. "Is everything okay, Dad?" Harold chuckled. "More than okay. You'll understand when you get here." But David never saw his father again. On his way to the grocery store that afternoon, Harold's old pickup truck was hit by a speeding driver. The accident was fatal. The entire family was shattered. The funeral was filled with heavy silence and tears. David couldn't shake the feeling that something unfinished had been left behind. His father's last words echoed in his mind. Greater than, it's time. What was he about to show him? David searched through Harold's things, his workshop, his journal, the shed out back, but found nothing unusual. Eventually, David sold the farmhouse to settle medical bills and moved on, though the grief stayed. Life didn't get any easier. He worked long shifts as a mechanic while Maria cleaned homes. Their 3 children, Jared, Maya, and little Emily, grew up on hand-me-downs, instant noodles, and bedtime stories of hope. 10 years passed. Emily, now 10, was bright, kind, and always full of questions. She loved stories about her grandfather, especially the one about the mysterious call before he died. One summer, they took a trip to the now abandoned farmhouse Harold once owned. It was old and dusty, but still standing. Emily wandered upstairs alone while her parents cleaned up debris in the yard. She found her way to the attic, which had been sealed with rusted nails and forgotten time. Curiosity pulled her in. With effort, she pushed open a creaky wooden panel behind an old wardrobe. There, she found a dusty leather trunk. Inside were golden coins wrapped in old cloth, letters, a pocket watch, vintage jewelry, and a journal titled, "For David, when the time comes." She screamed in excitement. David stood in disbelief as Emily showed him the box. Tears streamed down his face as he read the journal. In the pages, Harold wrote, "Greater than, I wanted to wait until you were ready, not just in need, but ready to lead. This is the legacy our fathers built. Use it wisely, take care of your family. And remember, true wealth is what you pass on, not just what you keep." The treasure was worth over $2 million. David and Maria paid off the debts, bought a home, and started a small auto shop. But the biggest joy came when Emily, now 16, reminded him, "Daddy, remember when I said I wanted to be a nurse in Chicago?" He smiled. "I remember. I still want that." The following fall, Emily walked into the gates of one of the most prestigious nursing colleges in Chicago, her dream finally a reality. Years later, Emily graduated top of her class. She became a pediatric nurse, known for her compassion and tireless service. At her graduation ceremony, she wore her great-grandfather's pocket watch pinned to her gown. "This," she said during her speech, "is more than a watch. It's a reminder that even when life takes someone we love, their legacy can still guide us." David sat in the crowd, tears in his eyes, holding Maria's hand. Somewhere, in the silence of the past, Harold Benson was surely smiling. Themes and message. Legacy doesn't always die with